This isn't a little itty-bitty price break as a hot deal. This is massive. And I also love, right now, I mean, here we are, some of you are like, well, you know, I've gotten through the season, the storm season is behind us. How many times is it like, well, look what happened. The tornadoes just went through the Midwest.
Yep.
And there's all kinds of natural disasters that happen all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
You know,
all year.
And I was just going to say all year and every year.
Every year.
Over year.
Yeah.
I want you to really think about that too. You know, we're not just investing in something when you say, well, I'm just going to have it for a year, right? This is something that you're going to have for a very long time. It's one of the things I want to talk to you about really quickly too, is because, yes, this is an investment, but you're not investing in old technology. That's really one of the nice things about having this offer at the Delta 2, because it's not the original Delta. This is our Delta 2. It's one of our latest and greatest, meaning you're getting the latest and greatest battery technology as well. So inside of your Delta 2 is something that we call LifePo or LFP battery systems. It's the same type of battery systems that you're going to see, these same type of battery cells that you'll see on almost all of these kind of new electric vehicles on the market. And here's the really exciting thing about that, is that when we say you're not investing in old technology, you're actually investing in newest and more affordable technology. In fact, it's more affordable, it's lighter weight, it charges faster, and it lasts you longer. Our original Delta 1300, which was the most popular size that we had for years, could roughly have kind of 350 life cycles. Your Delta 2, we added a 0 to that. You get 3,000 life cycles. So what does that mean? You're going to be able to literally deplete this, recharge it once a day for the next 10 years.
Whoa.
Next 10 years. You have to do it every day though. For the next 10 years, before this Delta 2 only charged from 0 to 80%. And it's still 0 to 80%.
So what would happen if we don't charge it every day? It would just be like 20 years.
That's what I'm saying, right? So exactly. So whether it's 20 years, and I want you to think about this. What has happened in the past 10 days? What's happened in the past 10 months? It's this summer, it's next summer, it's the next summer after that you're going to be able to use your power station over and over. It's this hurricane season, it's next hurricane season, it's this winter and these blizzards and then the next blizzards. We don't know when it's going to happen, like we said, but the fact that we're prepared and that we have something, that's the peace of mind that you're going to get. And again, I always compare back to one of the biggest things, right? I always talk about disruptors. What are disruptors? Disruptors are things that go into markets and change markets. So, for instance, Netflix to Blockbuster. Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore. Netflix does, because we all stream. We don't go and buy DVDs anymore. When it comes to disruptors in the market of backup power, it's EcoFlow. We've changed the whole entire market because now, for so many of you who have been left susceptible to not being able to own one of these, a gas or propane generator, what has been your option? You haven't had one. So even for those of you who have had the option of a gas and propane generator, isn't it nice to know that you have another option, that you don't have to simply and only rely on gasoline, that you don't have to simply rely on something that weighs 100 pounds, that I have to literally, I mean, just lifting this up and wheeling it around, I had to carry this thing in, I had my 1,000-pound liftgate on the back of my old pickup truck to try and get this into my other car. Do you want this or do you want that? Right? That's the difference. Something that is pretty much close to the same size as the gas can, and this is only a gallon gas can. And by the way, even gas cans, I can tell you this, for those of you who have never been in this situation, these are a hot commodity. These sell very fast, even the gas cans, let alone gas. We sat in the 3-hour line for gasoline, 3 hours, and it was not a fun situation. You got cars coming from every different direction, so you can imagine now it's just gridlocked. Police are having to show up, try to guide traffic. It's not fun. Yes, can you have one of these? Of course, if you can own one, you feel comfortable. But then even if you own a generator, doesn't mean you shouldn't and can't own a EcoFlow as well, because now you can conserve your gas.
That's true.
And allow your EcoFlow to power up 90% of your appliances.
That's a good point. I mean, and if you have a generator, I mean, keep it. I mean, great. I personally, I just know that there's a lot of people that can't have a generator because you either live in an apartment or a townhome or some kind of a, community that just has rules and regulations about such things. I remember years ago when one of the worst hurricanes came through our neighborhoods, we were one of the few houses that didn't lose power, but across the water from me over there, it was like black. You couldn't even see a light it felt like miles. But what I could hear was the loud generator sound. That was all night long. It was insane. After a while, you're just like, I'm losing my mind. It's just such an aggravating noise. So some of you may have one. I'm not saying to get rid of it, but I don't like the idea of using gas or keeping gas in my garage. I just don't. I don't like the idea of having to pull crank something. I don't like something that takes up all that room. I like the compact, the ability to be able to take it with me on the go if I need to evacuate or I want to go have a fun weekend with, you know, my guy and family and friends around a campsite. So there's a lot more benefit when it comes to having something that's much smaller, much more compact. I mean, it's not light, I will say that, but it's also not the heaviest of all the EcoFlow power stations that we have. It's very manageable. I know we've been, you know, sharing a lot of details with you. The one thing I really hope that you do today, while you still can, get this incredible price on the Delta 2 bundle with the solar panel and the Powerstrip and the case for the panel. On a FlexPay, you guys, it's like $30 to get a $1,400 system delivered to your front door, and you'll have it in a couple of days. Free shipping to your door, no charge for that. But the HSN financing is a really huge benefit to having card and shopping here at HSN. You literally pay $30.55 right now to get yours reserved and on its way to you. And if you don't have that card, you can apply to get it and open it, and you'll see a little gift waiting from us to you as a welcome and a thank you. And if you don't want to use that card at all because you're just not interested, we do also 5 months of individual monthly payments. It's still only $110. You don't even have to pay the $529 at this or $49 at this hot deal price. So either way, if you just want to put a little in, get it. You always have a month to be able to try something. But I mean, this is one of those things. I did mention it comes with a 5-year warranty. Some of you like to add that extra protection on top of that. We have a 1 or 2 or 3-year additional Protection Plus plan that is powered by Allstate. There's no deductibles for this. Something to consider. There's the information, and it applies to this, the EcoFlow, because I know we all want that extra peace of mind. So it gives you years and years and years. And Justin, I'm going to go back to something you said just a few moments ago in regards to the upgraded battery in this particular River 2, because this is a long ways from the originals that we offered 7 years ago. This is very advanced.
So advanced. You know, it's not just a glorified battery. It's not like something you just go to the store and you just need to replace my car battery. It's very, very different. These are different battery cells that are brand new technology. That LiFePO battery system, again, there's a reason why electric vehicles can drive 250 miles now, right? Where they can recharge even faster now. It's that same type of technology, and they last longer. All that same technology is inside of your power station, which is why we say you have at least a 10-year lifespan, right? Even 0 to 80%, which is why we also back it up with something that Callie you just mentioned, which is a 5-year warranty, which is basically half of that 10 years. It's not basically, it is half the time that you're going to be able to be using your power station. But again, back to that peace of mind, we want to give you that latest and greatest experience, because the recharging from 0 even to 80% is less than an hour. So even if you're sitting there, and you know, we have that, you know, we have the good fortune actually with hurricanes, not that it's good fortune, but at least knowing where they might be hitting. We have some time to get prepared. But for some of these storms where you're saying all of a sudden, well, that news hits, you say, we're going to have some really nasty thunderstorms tonight, just keep an eye out. Well, in a pinch, I can go ahead and I can recharge this even if it's at 0%. So I love that. So now even faster recharge. Something that lasts longer, knowing that I'm going to have this for a longer time. But then, of course, like you said, I'm investing in all the latest and greatest, and yet it's more affordable than the original. We launched the Delta 1300 about 5 years ago. That was $1,300. So you think about how far advanced that we've come, and that's really what's made us the #1 power brand here at HSN, and has made us the #1 power station and solar generator brand in the United States. It's all of these great things. It's also just the great experience, you know, that reputation that we've built, and that's why that reputation falls back on reliability. Now you can feel like you have something that you can rely on. Whether we think about all the different things that we invest in, you know, this CPAP machine was $700.
Was it? Oh.
$700 CPAP machine. We don't think twice about it. Why? Because it's something I need.
Yep.
And if you don't think twice about buying something like this, you shouldn't be thinking twice about having power at home. Because again, any moment in time, you lose power. If you need this, then you're also going to need this. And whether it's the dialysis or oxygen machine, whether it's the electric bikes or the electric scooters, if it's the mobility aspect, whether it's medicine at home that needs to stay cool. We're not thinking about, maybe. Going and getting ice in an emergency, there's no ice.
No.
Getting a cooler, there's no coolers. You know, even I was thinking about this too. We always hear stories of people have their generators outside. You got your generator outside? You know what? There are people driving around looking for those generators in the middle of the night. It's unfortunate. But to know that if I'm in a high-rise, in a condo, an apartment, if I'm just sleeping at home, I've got something that can power almost everything in my home, and it's in my home too, right there with me, and possibly right next to my bed. And that's the other nice thing, right? We think about all the different applications. With the generator, I can't do what I'm doing right now, which is using it inside. I've got my CPAP machine running. One touch of a button, I can see right there, roughly about 24, 25 hours. So that's a full day of just about of being able to run a CPAP machine. How many nights sleeps is that, which we talk about. But then I can plug my phone in. I can plug a light in. I can plug a fan in. I can plug in an alarm clock, even though most of our phones are alarm clocks now. But now we can all these different things. Maybe it's a smartwatch. Maybe it's 2 phones, and it's 2 lights, and it's 2 fans, and it's 2 CPAP machines. Think about that. All the different ways and all the different applications. What about staying warm? Now, right here in that comfortable place inside your home, your bed, now it's a heating blanket. All those different ways. Yeah, I thought I'll use my I've got a fireplace in my home. I'm renting for right now. Fireplace got capped off, which I didn't know. And you know, I found out because all the smoke that billowed out. So when we had no power and it was freezing, I was bundled up with my heating blanket, my EcoFlow, and my dog Tank, 80-pound bulldog. He's cuddled up right there next to me. You just never know what's going to happen. It's nice to know I have an option. I've got EcoFlow.
While we're over on that shot of you, can you show us all the different ports? Because you were mentioning all the things you can plug in simultaneously, 2 CPAP machines, 2 phones, 2 all the things. There's a lot of ports here. Watch this.
So 2 USB-C. These are fast-charging 100-watt USB-C ports. I could actually be powering up 2 MacBook Pros right here from these 2 USB-C ports. I've also got 2 USB-A fast charging. So all of those new phones that charge even faster, I could be using these.
2 of those.
And then I still have 2 more USB-A. So I've got 4 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C, and then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to unplug the CPAP machine, and I've got the little portable AC unit plugged in the back too. I'm just going to spin this around, and I want you to see this. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AC outlets, 2 of which are 3-prong AC outlets, because some of them, like for instance, the refrigerator is a 3-prong AC outlet, my air fryer, some of those high wattage appliances are all 3-prong, so you want to be able to plug it in there. Don't forget, you do get the Powerstrip, so if you want even more 3-prong AC outlets, you can use that too. We also have the DC adapters right here, and these little DC barrel ports is what they're called, for any of those kind of campers and glampers out there. And then right here, this little trap door is where we plug it in. So from 0 all the way to 80% right here when we plug it into the wall. And then this little orange port right here is where I plug in to my car, which the adapter comes included, or even our solar panel. So that one cable from our solar panel connects right here, and just like that, free power from the sun, and we're recharging. There's one more port I want to show you, which did not exist in our old